Okay, let's continue. Super late night stream, but I feel like I can probably do a couple hours. Nice. Okay, we got this room pretty filled in. Let's add a couple more props. Somewhere there. Let's get my favorite prop right here. Let's put it here in the corner. A little smaller. That's kind of cool. Let's get more of those. We can probably use them in the wall as well, and the ceiling. Okay, it's kind of cool. Here I want to have some of these props. Nice. Here in the wall I want something like oh, this is a corner prop. Okay, so this will be very good right here. Oh, actually, oh, is it meant to be that way? Kind of works. That's kind of cool. we got these other ones. Maybe we can probably use them here. Haven't used those. Oh, it glows a little bit. That's kind of cool. Then here we can add this is very nice asset pack. Oh, this is very small, okay. How is this supposed to... Okay, I think that's the way, This yellow color looks like the eyes of this creature. That's kind of cool. But what if we change the color a little bit to something whiter? Darker. So we get to see the texture a little bit. I'm not sure about actually making it glow. It does look very strange. Okay. It looks like an egg yolk or something. We can make it move with the world offset, world position offset, but it's kind of cool. So one part moves and the other one not. I want something in the ceiling. Yeah, we need to change these lights because of the local fog. They just don't look super nice. We get this kind of like circle around them, which is not so sweet. So I think we could probably start actually doing that. I should have this very cool light somewhere here. I think this is one. This is the one, yeah. and I want this to be a blueprint. So nice, this place is starting to look very cool. Whenever I try to create a new project in Unreal Engine, the project crash every time. Sometimes Unreal crashes when you don't have enough space in your hard drive. That's a very common issue, but sometimes it just crashes. If you're starting a project from scratch, like blank project, and it crashes, then there is a problem for sure. For me, mostly it happens when there's not enough space in the hard drive. Okay, I want to create a blueprint with this one, so another thing you can try doing is going to the Unreal Engine version that you're using and click verify, just to make sure that everything's installed properly. And if that doesn't help, I'm not sure if you're like, what GPU are you running? It might have to do with your computer components. But if you have space, you verified your engine, and you have like an NVIDIA 2000 or beyond, I think it should work. Yeah. Let's create a blueprint. Convert selection to blueprint class. Harvest components. Let's call this BP light fluorescent light. Something like that. Fluorescent. Absolutely misspelled. Fluorescent light. Something like that. Now inside this light, there's an empty static mesh. We probably don't need that one, so we can probably delete that. Just use this. Ah, I see. Ah, that's like the pivot point. Okay. Then we're just gonna add a rect light. Oh, it was already okay. Looking at the right direction. Just gonna come here and add a rect light. Rect light. And that rect light, I'm just gonna copy the values that I have already from this one. Copy all properties and paste all properties. Nice. It did not copy the properties. Oh, now we good. Mostly crashes because you're modeling in Unreal Engine. Wow, you have a 4050. I'm running a 3060, I think, and I'm like making huge environments. That's very strange. Yeah, try to verify your engine. Hopefully that's gonna fix it. If not, like try not to reinstall the engine and create the project in the same hard drive that you're actually have the engine installed. But I don't think that's the issue. And yeah, probably that's all that I can say about it. I don't know what else will I do in that situation. Okay, so let's delete that one. Now that we have this, okay, let's edit this a little bit. Where did you learn Unreal Engine? I first started using Unreal Engine during COVID. I started with Unreal Engine 4.25. I was hired by a small office that was doing green screen recordings of people, and they needed like virtual backgrounds. So I'm a 3D generalist, and they asked me if I can like learn Unreal to do some, to create some environments, mostly like kit bashing, different asset packs and stuff like that, retexturing some stuff. This light, I think it doesn't do much. So we're gonna have two blueprints. We're gonna have the blueprint, the common blueprint, and we're gonna have the flickering blueprint. So this one is gonna be flickering fluorescent light, and this one we're gonna add a light function to this rect light, which is called light flickering. It's a little material, pretty simple material I made. So the light flickers there, and now we got a blueprint. Okay, I like that. Another thing that we need to take in consideration is the rect light. We want the rect light to actually be as close to the shape of the lamp as possible. I think that if we push this here, source width like that, and make it a little bit smaller, that might look way nicer. A little bit more realistic to what we have here. If it doesn't work, we can always just don't cast shadows on the static mesh, but it's kind of nice when you can manage to do it without that. So copy all properties from the light, paste all properties here, boop, and also copy all properties from the transform and paste them in the flickering light, boop. Nice, that's kind of cool. That looks way better. It also gives us a little bit of shininess here. That feels way nicer. Yes, I really like that. Maybe a little bit too bright. We could probably make it a little less, but that adds visual detail. It's a practical light and adds realism instead of these invisible floating lights that are scattering, and it's just like, where the heck is this light coming from? So now we want this light to be a flickering light. If I'm able to select it, okay, and right click, and I want to replace with the flickering version. So replace actor with selection, boop, and now we have that as a flickering light. Now we're gonna replace these ones with the non-flickering one. Oh, my Twitch is broken? Oh, sorry. Thank you for the follow. Oh my god, is my Twitch breaking all the time? What's going on? Let me just reset my Twitch stream. 1, 2, 3, boop. I usually stream on YouTube, and I'm using this multi-stream plugin in OBS called Atium Multi-Stream. Let me check my Twitch. I started streaming on Twitch a couple of weeks ago, to be honest. Maybe like a month ago. My channel, let's see. It says that I'm live. Let me This video download was cancelled. I'm not trying to download this thing. What's going on? Yeah, it happens very often, actually. There's something going on. Okay, let me pause the Twitch stream. Yeah, error 1000. Yeah, I got that here. I have enough internet to do multiple streams. I don't know why is this thing happening. Maybe Twitch is... I think Twitch doesn't like multi-streaming, so they might be getting... yeah, it's giving me the error. I don't know if they are able to detect if I'm like multi-streaming. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think I will get it working on Twitch today. Oh, we are back on Twitch. Yeah. Good job. Nice. I appreciate you for letting me know. I need to actually monitor this thing. Lol. Okay. Stream elements, multi-stream. Yeah, I heard very good stuff about it, but I kind of like to use. I like OBS. Just very kind of like, since I have everything set up there. Well, my stream is very simple, but kind of like got used to it. Let's push this one a little bit here, and this one is gonna be a normal fluorescent. Let's replace actors with this one. Boop. Nice. Then I can place this one somewhere around here. This one we can delete. Okay, and then the fog just makes things look super nice, super nice. Nice. just want to make sure that these lights are actually aligned to give some sense to things. Okay, and this one is aligned with that one right there. Boop. Okay, we're good. Nice. Now this looks way nicer. Now we can probably make the emissive light a little bit less stronger. Yeah, I need to try it. I actually ordered a new camera, one of those that actually like follow you and stuff, so I can like switch scenes and like show the whole room and stuff. I'm actually going to move to another room and just have it like my office kind of like room. So I want to have my something cool in the background, like my Bionicles or some stuff like that. Unfortunately, the camera got stuck in customs, but maybe I will get it on maybe this month. Hopefully this month. Let's make the emissive light a little bit less strong. Intensity divided by 2. Power divided by 2. I don't see any changes. Okay. Okay, now I see some changes. Divided by 2 again. Divided by 2. Okay. 0.5. Just enough. 0.1. 0.5. It's just because we have the rect light right there, so yeah, don't really want to push it too much. So that's kind of nice. So it's not as strong as these other ones. The issue is that we have this one that is not flickering, and that doesn't look nice. So what we are going to do is get this material to flicker as well, to follow the light function flickering. And to do that, I'm gonna find this one, make a little copy, open it up. I believe we need to do it in the master. Okay, inside the master, the copy of the master, right here, we're just gonna add the flickering stuff, the flickering logic, which is content flickering, or just flicker light. This logic, we want to add it here into another multiply. Just gonna push it there and here and there, boop, and this now should flicker. There you go. Apply, save, and it will be nice to actually call it where is it? I lost it. It will be nice to call it actually like it is. So here we're gonna find it. There you go. M-base light trim flicker. Flicker. We can make a material instance. And then this one copy the same values that we had, which is 0.5, and then we can actually change it up right here. So instead of that, we go with mi flicker instance, right there. Boop. Now it flickers. Awesome. Which AI camera you got comes in multiple types, knowing it's the same one, just different price tags. It was a very a nice camera that I found for $100. It's I forgot the name. It was recommended by a friend. 1080 camera. I do have like a very nice Canon, but it's like a photo camera. I don't want to have it like plugged in all the time for video. I will need to be changing batteries or buying one of those things that keep it on, but I heard that it's not so good for the camera. I rather have one of those. And also the thing that it follows you is super cool. This camera that I'm using is a Logitech 720 that I had since high school. Very old camera. Crazy that it's still actually working. I forgot the name of the camera. But hopefully I will get it soon. Okay, nice. That's very cool. Maybe we can get these lights to be a little bit dimmer as well. Kind of looks very nice, but wanna make it more creepy. Let's see. How it looks when I play. Okay, we're getting about 45 frames per second. Maybe we can take the collisions off. It's a little bit, it's okay. Now it's starting to look way nicer with just a couple props, some fog. It's so funny how he drops the ammo. It's just like poop. I don't know why they just stand there. They should be running after me. Yeah, there's a lot of work I'm gonna be doing with these enemies. This looks very nice. I think I might make the light a little bit less intense. Why is this guy just standing there? Huh. Yeah, it's funny because this AI, like, it's super reactive to the environment. Like every prop I put changes the nav mesh, and just changes the behavior of the enemies. It's super cool in these like more empty rooms, because when I go to an area that has like this, the enemy actually goes to the other side. So it kind of like disappears for a little bit and then comes back from the other side. I think that's what happened right now. Instead of standing there, I would like them to charge at me, to jump. That would be super awesome. Yeah, that's super cool. Like they go around and they come like behind you. I appreciate it. um, yeah, I took a little break, a couple of I took a break tonight and I played some games and I got totally demolished in the Forever Winter. And then we played Heroes of the Storm and got demolished again. So I'm like, now I need to work on my stuff before I go to bed. It's funny, yeah, I'm actually very bad at games. But um, I really like making environments. All right. I love this stuff. I wanna make it like move, not like a plant or like seaweed, but like I wanna make it pulse like a heartbeat, like so it feels like more alien like. Planet Quack Quack. Nice. All right. Let's put some of those around here. Yeah, this area is gonna be super nice. Oops. It looks like an alien egg yolk or something. Yeah, Blender is super nice. It's super nice. I know the basics of Blender. I was trying to make a simulation. I was working on this gumball machine and I couldn't get the like tiny balls to kind of like properly simulate in Maya. I was like just struggling and I tried to do the same thing in Blender and it just worked like, and I was like, whoa, that was nice. It took a long time for the simulation to finish, but I got like a very cool gumball. And the gumballs just aligned perfectly and it just looked so super realistic. Then I just made it a static mesh and I got it. Okay, let's, instead of adding so much organic alien stuff, I want to add the other props. The other props that I had, like these ones. Because these ones are the ones that I was using in the environment before. So it kind of like connects the two areas and make them feel like part of the same thing. I don't want to like go into a door and just be like, okay, we are in another like level, but I kind of want to connect them a little bit more. Let's see here. I can probably put something like that. And I really want to put a lot of cables and sparks and stuff like that. Oh yeah, we were doing the lights. Totally forgot about the lights. That's gonna just give this whole thing another feel. This office door is very boring. Yeah, let's get some lights. So we're gonna use one per panel, and we're gonna have it somewhere right there. That way we get rid of those. Nice, and things are gonna look way nicer. Oh yeah. And it's a rect light, so it actually gives me that kind of like direction. It's not a point light, and we are using fog, so point lights they don't really work so well with the fog because they give you this kind of like sphere, which it just doesn't look very natural at all. It really breaks the realism. And we are getting some frame drops. Oof, big frame drops. I have an art station. Which I haven't updated in a while. Probably need to start putting some of the things I'm doing for this project. That feels way better. I'm not so sure about the mushrooms. Need to think about it. Okay. Yeah, this is just gonna give it another. Wow, the fog is super strong in here. Maybe we can make it a little bit less. That would be very cool. So yeah, I'm trying to really push this area because we have the cryo chamber room, which is underneath this. There's an elevator that goes down, and then we have the cryo chamber room. Okay, for this I think I'm going to place them somewhere like this and like this. Something like that. Oh, what? Groups unlock. Oops, that was part of the room. Okay, that was funny. That looks crazy. Maybe we can push this. No, it's not Fortnite. This is Unreal Engine. Yeah, this looks. It feels like we do need. In this case, It's okay, let's just keep it dark. But here we can add probably a fill light and take the scattering off. Because, wow, yeah, the fog is very strong. Oof, it's too strong. Gonna... I mean, we can make it like fall, so it's on the floor. That's kind of like a very cool effect, kind of like Alien, but at the same time, it's kind of nice for it to be high. So we are not able to see too far away. Is that aligned? A little better. Yeah, some of these panels don't really align properly because I made a corner piece and I made a cross piece, so need to change it up a little so the panels fit very nicely. Maybe here we can go 45. Kind of like this. We can get rid of the point lights. Boop. Nice. Oh, I think the fog looks like that because we have too much light. That's probably what's going on. Yeah. It's scattering too much. Awesome. Yeah, I do stream on Unreal Engine. Just building a cool environment. Yeah. Want to add a bunch of cables everywhere. Cables and sparks. Got a bunch of cables. I want to see which ones are going to look the greatest. Awesome. Now I feel like we can probably make this light a little bit less strong. Nope, we don't want that circle right there. Does it have to do with the attenuation radius? It's okay. Yeah, not gonna touch it right now. So we can continue because yeah, I can spend hours just tweaking lights. Just wanna give it a nice first pass to this environment. No, it's Unreal. Unreal Engine. Here we have this concrete ceiling that I kind of want to... It's kind of cool, actually. You know, when you go to one of those airports that are not kind of finished and you have like this exposed ceiling, that's kind of cool. Also, it kind of like connects the prior area, like the area before, with this one. Kind of like that. Next time I build a environment like this, maybe I will finish one module and then we can just duplicate that module. But not all of them are the same. There are a couple of tweaks I needed to do to match them up. That's super nice. The more you can make your lights practical, like actually exist in the scene, the better things are going to look. It's not always possible, but it's awesome when you can actually have a real light source. Here we have this panel, so I don't want to mess it up right there. Here, yeah, I don't want to add this into the panel. These panels are so nice. I kind of want to like add a trigger box so enemies kind of like pop, like fall down from there. Oh, really? I don't like these emissive lights right there. Is this a cube? I think so. Well, maybe. Let's see how they look in red. I think I do have a very cool material for that. This one. Let's see how that looks. I'm not sure about it, but there's another light that I would like to add in there. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I don't... I don't wanna distract myself deleting that message. Just leave them there. I have a very cool light that I would like to add. This one right there. Yeah, these are very cool. I like to add these in each room, the entrance of each room. That's very cool. I'm selecting something else. Is this transparent? Okay. Do we have another entrance here? Oh, it's in this side. Okay. Oh. This is I'm using actually 2 free asset packs that uh, Unreal Engine gave away. This is the modular Sci Fi I think that's how it's called, modular sci-fi, and this is the um, research facility research facility pack that comes with a couple of them. At first they don't look like super impressive, but they're actually very good. They just need a better lighting and better you know, a little bit more love, and they look very nice. Okay, I see what is happening here. Oh, this ceiling is very low. Okay, we might need to go down there. I think we are off. That feels better. Awesome. I love this bloom effect. Nice. It's just the fog, to be honest. The fog makes things so much nicer. Add something at live stream, because I want to do live stream, but that's what makes me nervous. Oh, I get stuck all the time. Yeah. I get crashes, and yeah, a lot of stuff happens. It's what it is. Yeah. A lot of stuff happens when you're live streaming, so you just need to keep on talking. Instead of like waiting for the screen to load, you kind of like talk whatever. It's very funny, but it happens all the time. Maybe, yeah, I mean, this adds detail, but I think we don't need to add it everywhere. Just in the main rooms, because it's gonna get too repetitive. Yeah, I'm trying to use red light to guide the player towards the main path. And this environment is a little bit like a maze. It starts very linear, but this area gets a little bit more like a maze. So I'm gonna use this and try to follow my color code, which means that this is gonna be only used in rooms. And I actually have yellow lights for rooms that have one entrance and one exit. So I'm actually, I need to make this light yellow here, so we actually follow the same code. This is like a sci-fi horror survival game that I'm working on, so I'm gonna be using mechs and aliens and creatures like that. I do have some very cool creatures I wanna use. The thing is that the animation blueprint that I'm using, it uses the gasp skeleton, so yeah, I'm not sure how to get my other creatures, my four-legged creatures, to work. I will need to create a new animation blueprint for them and make the AI work with them, so that's gonna be interesting. You can explore the idea of putting, yeah, I mean, that's kind of nice, but I'm trying to follow the idea that I had of like, for example, this room has no exit, it's just one door. So I'm thinking I kind of want to follow, this is MI red, MI yellow. I want to follow this light code that I have, yellow, 2, okay. It's like in Doom games, like they each floor has its own texture, so you know you're in floor 1, floor 2, floor 3 kind of like thing. I'm not sure if it's like super obvious to the player, but it kind of like helps tell the player where he's standing. So it's like, oh, okay, this is a yellow light. That means that this room has no exit. Probably nobody will care about that, but also it kind of like helps me guide myself a little. And this is bright. This is very bright. Okay, let's go down with the intensity. Divided by 2. That's good. Power, let's try 1. Oh, it makes it green. It's like a gradient. It's a little bit more advanced emissive texture, which is nice because straight emissive makes things a little bit. We can leave the glass red. It's okay. This door frame, I'm gonna change that. Okay, cool. And then we can play with the fog and stuff. Okay, here let's add a couple more. Okay, boop. And here I want to know what's the angle of this slope. So I go modeling, box. Okay, reset and just place it here. It doesn't want to be snapped to the ceiling because it's one-sided texture. So we're gonna snap here. And this gives me the angle of minus 12.84. Let's just copy that. And that means that let's try it here. That's not the axis. It's maybe the red one. Nope, it's the blue one. Yeah, there you go. Now we can push up, but not in world, but object orientation. And then we snap that very nicely there. Somewhere here. It's funny, like I always get this axis wrong. I just know that blue is up and down, but I get the green and the red one wrong all the time. Okay, one more. Right here. Yeah, making a indie game about placing props. It's like Minecraft, but with more realistic graphics. That's the thing. Okay, that looks kind of cool. Again, we can add a red light right there. Wow, this looks super dark because there's no scattering. I think the fog ends right there, yeah, which is nice because then we can go out to the desert. This fog is gonna get loaded with a data layer, so nobody's gonna be able to see it from here. Because once you get out this door, it gets unloaded. So yeah, let's add a couple more lights. And we're almost done with the lights. I think so. Oh, another empty room. Okay. Right here. Wait. Oh. Before I do that, group unlock. We don't wanna delete the whole thing, just the light. Maybe we can have 6 of them. No, let's just have 4. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm still getting this kind of like very circle around the scattering. It's okay. Okay, I want to get rid of the point lights. Okay, we're missing one here and there. Oop. And then we can actually start getting some of... There's no need for... Well, this is pitch black, yeah, maybe. Then we can start actually adding the flickering ones. Somewhere here. Yeah, we can just add that crazy stuff growing on top. That's kind of cool. Let's see if we can align this a little better here. Also, I believe this one needs to go somewhere here. That's kind of cool. This thing is kind of like grabbing this thing. Nice. Okay, cool. We got that. I think we are done. Nice. Oh, still missing here. This is very dark, so I think this is the perfect room to add a flickering light, because you don't want to add just flickering lights by themselves. It kind of like makes this kind of like, you know, techno effect where everything goes black and goes back. But when you have 2 steady lights, you can make the 3rd flicker. That's kind of cool. Where is this? Okay, let's get that one. Right click, replace actor with selection. Boop. We need to actually apply the changes to the thing. So this static mesh component here, we need to actually add the flickering thing material there, and then we need to go in to apply instance changes to blueprint, and hopefully that's gonna change all the future flickering lights. Okay, nice. Yeah, I want the red light. The red light. I lost the red light. Light scatters way differently with this. spotlights. I need to start playing a little bit with the settings. Okay, this is one-sided room. This is gonna go yellow. Oh, we have yellow 1 and yellow 2. I'm not sure what that yellow 1 is. Yeah, I'm definitely changing these door frames. That's kind of like very boring door frame. And let me get some red light right here. I think I might make them a little bigger. Yeah, I think maybe 1.5 is the one that I was using. Probably don't need that one here. Okay, that's the one without the the rect light. That's why it's so dark. Let's replace this one with this one. Boop. I'm not sure about this. Looks like an LED, kind of like nope. Yeah, gone. That's too dark. Maybe one is just good enough. Maybe 0.25. Yeah, then I can adjust things a little bit better. Okay, double check. You're gonna get some water. And these cryo chambers, I think I'm gonna use probably not gonna use those. Okay, we got more. Let's see. Okay, we are almost there. And this is the elevator room. Oof, so many lights. Yeah, I'm trying to follow the same construction, so it makes a little bit more sense. That looks nice. Sector 9 kinda alien. Okay, let's get this off. Poof. Oh, I feel like maybe we can have a light here. Yeah, then I will go and like really adjust them. I don't want all the lights to have the same intensity and stuff. Then we can add the flickering lights in some areas. Some of them can be just darker. What is that guy doing there? Okay. Awesome. Maybe we can make this room a little bit more warm, like use a little bit of yellow light. Oh, I think I do have cameras that move and stuff. That'll be nice. Ceiling has a different height. These ones, we can probably make them a little yellowish. That'll be cool. But not here. Don't want to modify that one. Just like a pale yellow. That actually reminds me of my dentist light. Something like that. Okay, cool. I do want to make this a little bit more sci-fi slash Warhammer-ish, because it does feel like very realistic, kind of hospital kind of thing. Where's the yellow thing? Okay, maybe more yellow, because I cannot really tell. That's yellow. It doesn't feel yellow at all. Oh, yeah, it's custom material. It's not actually multiplying the color. So I guess it's just like this. That's a little bit yellow, nice. Those screens, Kind of want to change it to something greenish. That'll be cool. That's kind of nice. All of these are free assets that Epic Games give away. Every 2 weeks they give away free assets. Some of them I bought, like this guy right here. I got this alien from a very cool artist. Actually, yeah, since I started using Unreal, one of the first assets I saw was these aliens, and I was like, oh, that's so nice. I kind of want to use that in some project. And years later, I really like this effect. That's so cool. Maybe a little bit more distortion. That would be nice. I want like a green. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Greenish color. Let's go straight green and a little darker. Kind of like Matrix vibes. That's kind of cool. Oh, this is the master. Another instance. That's a cool. That's a camera. That makes no sense to have in here at all. I do like the effect, but it doesn't make sense. Then we can get like the shape of the body of the aliens here and stuff. That will be nice. Okay. This is too dark. A little bit like here. Actually, this asset pack was used by a game called The Huntsman. Kind of like some kind of like alien isolation, but you're running away from a big spider. The Australian Huntsman. Very creepy. It's still not out yet, but there's already game playthroughs on YouTube. Okay, so I think we got all the lights. That's a lot of lights. Wow. What happened here? I'm not sure if I'm placing this right. Are these lights actually placed right? Not at all. Okay. Let me copy this height. What? The ceiling has different height. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. This bed is out of proportion, like way out of proportion. Like this is like 3 meters long, maybe more. And still Epic Games paid this guy around $4,000 for making this asset pack available. It is a very cool asset pack. No, nothing to say. I think that's what people get when they make their asset packs available for free. That makes me want to finish my 50s American Diner, which is actually very... Yeah, it's actually very... It's almost there. The only thing that scares me is that it's not very optimized. So I know I'm gonna get complaints from people. I need to sit down and optimize that thing. But besides that, it's probably the coolest 3D environment I made from scratch. Okay, I guess we are cool with that. Then we can place more props. I'm not sure about these mushrooms. Okay. Double check. Yeah, I think we got all the rooms. Oh, nice. This is where the cool room is hidden. Okay. Nice. That fog is a little bit too intense, but it's okay. It's not gonna be visible from there. How long will it take me to complete? That's a very hard question. Oh, we got a crash. Damn. Okay. Yeah, that's a very hard question, to be honest. The environment, the first phase is gonna probably be completed. We are starting Friday today, Yeah, the first phase of the environment is gonna be completed by next week. Then I would like to give it a second pass of little tiny details, VFX and stuff. And then it goes the AI enemies work, the actual logic of the AI enemies, resource management, how many bullets are we gonna be finding, resources, how much food and water we're gonna be finding in the level. And after that I want to give it a little UI polish, and then I want to release a small demo just for people to receive feedback and see if I can implement that feedback and make a small vertical slice of what the core systems are going to be. And that's it. And yeah, I'm not sure how long that's gonna take. Yeah, it's a hard question, to be honest. Yeah, I'm calculating around 2 or 3 months, something like that, to release a demo. And maybe not a public demo, but like a, something that I can share between friends and stuff. That's probably my expectation. So that's the thing. Who knows, maybe the AI enemies and stuff will be way faster than I think. Oh yeah. Yeah, today I played some games with some friends and I got demolished. Oh, did we lose progress? Okay, no, cool. We number 9, poop, 8. Okay. The thing with these local fog volumes is that we need to add a little console variable, a console command that I need to put into the game ini file, so we don't need to actually do this every time. And I'm gonna set it to 15. That way we can see the fog from a little bit closer. Okay. Yeah, I wanna try this out. I don't like that ray tracing message. That's a message I get before crashing. Okay, wow, getting 70 on editor, 65 frames per second. Well, you probably need to, yeah, it's better to focus on the milliseconds. That's great, because when you actually make a build, it runs way better than in editor, like super way better. Oh, what is this? That was not supposed to be there. Huh. Oh, okay, it has physics, so it calculated, okay. Why are you using ray tracing? I don't know, cause it's the latest and hottest. It's actually cause I'm using like virtual textures and virtual shadows and nanite, and it like it works better with ray tracing. It's kind of funny because it nanite kind of like for these meshes that I'm using here, maybe I don't need nanite because they're just kind of planes. But for the other part of the environment, the industrial area, that's crazy high poly. Not crazy high poly on each individual asset, but I'm just trying to go for a very like dense amount of geometry. Trying to do something like the Forever Winter when it comes to the amount of detail. So here I'm gonna have a bunch of cables and like pipes in the walls and stuff. Like I want to make it like very detailed. This is kind of like it is pretty empty for now. I actually did a test, and I was getting better frame rate with ray tracing on. That's and also because of megalights. Yeah, megalights. I think megalights only work with ray tracing, and I'm using like crazy amount of lights, and my attenuation radiuses are just too crazy to they're colliding between each other. And yeah, this fog is a little bit too strong. Way too strong. Nope, I ran out of ammo. Okay, I think I'm done. The enemies look so nice with the fog, just like the black silhouette and the yellow eyes. But I still believe the fog is too strong. The kung fu fighting bugs. Okay, I ran out. Jesus. These VFX are kind of funny. Definitely not gonna use them. Having lights overlap is a problem. Yeah, it is a problem. But it makes things look super nice. Super nice. But yeah, I'm getting 65. Not bad. Not bad. I'm super happy with getting 60. That doesn't mean that, you know, most people like who play games won't have a 3000 Nvidia. Oh, is that a crash? Oh no. Damn, that was crazy frame drop right there. Okay. Let's see if we can make the fog a little bit less intense. I have 2 volumes, that's even worse. Yeah, we don't need that much fog, it's too much. I'm using a Nvidia 3060. Let me check. It's just I have another computer and I always get that messed up. Nvidia GeForce make this bigger. There you go, RTX 3080 Ti. GeForce RTX 30 Ti. That's the thick one. Yeah. I hope most people now have a 2000 GPU. No, I don't. I'm a 3D generalist, and I've done. I've modeled my own assets before. I made a American diner, like a 50s American diner from scratch. But these assets are from Epic Games, from the Epic Games marketplace. Epic Games gives away free assets every 2 weeks, and this is the research facility asset pack. And I'm also using the Sci-Fi, the modular Sci-Fi asset pack, which Epic Games has given 2 different Sci-Fi packs. But these are assets that I have been collecting from like a long time ago. I'm finally like putting them together into something very cool. Let's make this a little bit less height fog density. There you go, fall off. So here the fog is gonna be on the ceiling. Here is gonna go down. I like that. Fog density. That's kind of cool. Yeah, the lighting really changes the whole thing because you're actually just scattering the light. I like the settings. Let's go with the second volume. I should be using only one volume, to be honest. This is not very smart to be using 2 volumes. Good thing that these are local volumes. Okay. That looks way nicer. Oof, that kind of, I see this kind of circle. Yeah, that's not so nice. Maybe we can break that somehow. $2,000 will not run it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm making like a very graphic heavy game. There was somebody in the stream the other day saying like, oh, your game looks like a very old graphics. I'm like PlayStation 1 or 2. Actually, they do have a nice charm to them. I wanna make it look like the Forever Winter. That's the goal. Obviously, the Forever Winter is like this kind of like war zone, just everything broken and like debris and concrete just messed up everywhere. And I want to have like in the desert like a mech graveyard, which is gonna be a little bit like that, but. Here in this area I want to like go crazy with cables and pipes and stuff like that. These guys, they kind of like stop. It's something related to the token in the skill tree. They kind of like stop and think. I want them to like charge at me, like poof. Okay, well, I think it's looking a little nicer. Now it's time to actually do some set dressing, so it doesn't feel super empty. Okay. These decals, we're gonna change them up. These walls, I'm not a big fan of that wall. This thing here, this cryo chamber thing, definitely. That's something I might model, because I haven't found any cryo chamber that I'm kind of happy with. Yeah, I've been doing crazy stuff with this 3080. Also, taking consideration that this computer has like a very good where is it? This Windows 10 changed. I have 128 gigabytes of RAM and a very nice CPU. Where it says AMD Ryzen 9. So I think the RAM also helps a lot. But I mean, when I was working on a publicity agency, I was using a 4090, I think. Yeah, crazy PC, like a big fridge, like crazy. And I tried to load all these cells in the Project Titan, and I managed to load them, but it's not like the difference between that computer and this one was like you can barely feel it, like, to be honest. And I'm also very happy to be developing in like with a 3080, because I can like push myself to optimize. And there's also the graphic settings, like you can always just push those down. It's gonna look terrible, but that's the thing. The problem is that I'm using nanite and all these like NVIDIA related technologies that yeah, but it's what it is. Okay, cool. Oh, I kind of want to go work in the lower area, in the cryo chamber. I need to be careful with the specular values. I don't want this kind of like flickering. I see some flickering in the floor. That's cause the specular is too high. Or maybe something, or the roughness or the specular, one of those two. That was happening to this biomass, this kind of like alien stuff in the walls. Sometimes the maps you export from Substance come like look different. You need to like take off the sRGB. But again, these assets I didn't make. That guy just stood up in there. Yeah, I want to work on this lower area here. That's something I don't know why it's happening like this. It jumps up and then goes down. Nice. The RX 9070 XT is the best for the price. 9070. Whoa, that sounds crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna be using this GPU until it burns, to be honest. I'm not planning on buying any. Oh, this is gonna look crazy. So this is the final room. We're gonna have catwalks, like a huge generator in the center with a bunch of cables going to the center, and we're gonna have the cryo chamber thing, the your typical water cylinder with aliens inside, next to the catwalks here. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen in this room, but yeah, this is the final room of this level. And also catwalks around the walls. That could be nice. What? What? Oh, collision problems, okay. Let's see what's going on with the collisions. I see some collision. Ooh, oh, okay, I see. This thing right here. No, I don't need to make a copy. Oops. I just need to open here. Let's just set it as complex as simple for now. It's a super low poly mesh, so no big deal. Wow, it really freezes up the editor when you go into collision mode. Wow, $800, not bad at all. Not bad at all for, you said 3 times? Has 89% more performance. Damn. That's almost like three times more, right? No, it's not 300. It's yeah, I'm sleepy. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a little dark. This area, it's under construction. It's just a block out for now. Okay. This is supposed to look like super kind of like scary, but it actually looks very nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna just find some cool cables to add around and just kind of like pick some cool Lego pieces so I can like place them for to continue tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. I'm not sure if I'm like a level designer. I'm like a world builder kind of thing. I kind of like build environments, put just pieces together, like a Lego builder. um, I'm a 3D generalist, and I know, like, I know some modeling, some ZBrush, some Substance Painter and stuff, so I can like modify assets and like also create stuff from scratch, stuff from scratch. But level design, I my first 3D job actually was doing a blockouts for a indie studio in Germany. I did levels based on Metal Gear Solid 2 and Dishonored and Control. So I was kind of like studying those maps and kind of like building similar layouts and stuff. But yeah, level design, it's very cool because it needs it requires you to actually have some gameplay, some mechanics and stuff to actually make things, design things based on that. Oh, these pipes. And it's super fun because my AI, like, it's super crazy. Like, if I change something, if I put a box, it just reacts differently. It's super interesting. Like, for example, these rooms that are like kind of like a grid of rooms, sometimes the AI, you expect him to walk towards you, but he goes around the room and he finds you from the other side. So that's super fun when that happens, because you're running from this enemy and then you look behind, there's nobody, and he comes in front of you. That's a super nice when that happens. Okay, I wanna find these pipes. Okay, we got some cool stuff here. Let's see, what can we use to add some detail? Oh, those are kind of cool. That adds a lot of detail. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just putting stuff together. Kind of like running away from the difficult part, the difficult aspect of making games, which is like the logic side of things. That's why I'm using a template, but I mean, definitely it's just a start point. I definitely wanna change it up a lot, so the enemies actually do what I want them to do. This one can be somewhere here. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna choose some props and place them around, so then I can just keep on copying this around. Oh yeah, yeah, this is the one I wanted to use. These are very cool. I think that one will look very nice here. Maybe this snaps to 50 units. Nope. But it does not snaps to 5. Here we have the issue that it actually goes around. It actually goes through, but sometimes it doesn't matter if it's not super visible. Another thing I want to do is like your typical kind of like trigger box. You're walking around and then this panel falls from the ceiling and this creature just appears in front of you. I think that's gonna look very nice right there. Lengthways, and have the cover pipes be slightly less bunchy. You could scale those lengthways and have the cover pipes be slightly less bunchy. Damn, I need a drawing. I'm not sure what you mean. You could scale those lengthways and have the cover pipes be less bunchy. Coverways. Not sure if you mean this piece right here. I'm sorry, I'm also, it's 2 a.m. I think I probably need to go to bed soon. Oh nice, we got some, yeah, cables, that's what I wanted to add. Is this part of this thing? No, I don't think so. No, this is for some other pipe. That's nice, I like that detail. The pipes you had just placed up there, I wonder if they will be scaled. Oh, okay, these ones, yeah, I think it's too small as well. You're kind of right. I think they will look very good if we actually make them double the size. Sometimes if you add like very little details, they don't really like they're not noticeable. But if we make them a little bigger, I think they might look better. Yeah, I think this kind of works way better. Then we can push it up. That looks kind of interesting. And it's very dark, but you can tell there's something going on in there. And maybe these ones can also be bigger, so they touch. Not too big, so they can still fit in that little gap right there, but maybe these are not that bad actually. Let's see. Because if we make them too big, no, we cannot make them too more. No, because they will go out of here. I think that's kind of nice. This pipe is just like in the center right there, like. Yeah, it makes more sense to have them close to the wall, and then we can have some other detail. That feels more natural, even though it's like man-made and stuff. But yeah, you want to avoid symmetry. In most cases, you want to avoid symmetry, because symmetry it's very boring. What happened to the music? Let's see. Oh, okay. This is too chill. I'm gonna fall asleep. Okay, nice. Yeah, these pipes look very nice. I like the color. Everything's kind of like gray, black. Makes huge contrast with these like organic shapes. We have some beige color here, which kind of cool. Love the bloom here, the convolution. You know, the type of bloom that is like a star shape, asterisk shape. Okay, wires. Yeah, let's just figure out what wires we want to use. I got too many wires. Let's see what can we use. Oh, those are kind of cool. These are kind of like no, we don't want those. Those are your you know, the cables that you see in the street lamps. Those are kind of cool, but I think I want to use these ones. So we have ceiling end, ceiling mid, and we have these braces. Okay, I think these ones are. And then we have other wires that are not like game ready yet, but we can make them fit. Oh, where is this gonna fall? Yeah, this is the same map. We are on the research facility. Let me see what we have here. We have this thing and this thing. Are these different? Maybe the color is different. Oh, okay, this is the start and this is the middle. Okay. Let's see how this looks like. Okay. Oh no. Oops. Hopefully we can flip it. Okay. There you go. Nice. Let's make it a little smaller. Pivot point is not in the center, so it's gonna be a little hard to match up. But I kinda like it like this. I feel like this needs to continue somewhere. It cannot just be there. We need to actually go through. But yeah, let's just test it out. This might share the same properties. Does it make sense? Absolutely not. No, we probably need another shape like this to hold the inner cables, which is not a big problem. We can simply go Control B, Control D, boop, boop, copy all properties, paste all properties, go down maybe 50 units, modeling, generate attributes, polygroups from phase normal deviation, or better, connected trees, accept, model, polyedit, and get rid of this thing. Boom. Then Xform, edit pivot, center, boop. Then copy, copy all properties, paste all properties, and that kind of works. Yeah, that kind of works. It's flat here, so we probably need to go 1 and 2, maybe flip, transform Y, and okay, here we might need to push this out a little. That kind of makes sense. Cool. Yeah, I like that. Let's see how it actually looks. Nice. Nice. Just a little bit, but it really breaks the plane, the flat surface. What are the specs of your PC? I'm using a 30. Jesus, I totally forgot. A 3080 Ti for the GPU, and then we got a AMD Ryzen 9 for the CPU, and we got 128 gigabytes of RAM. I'm not sure which type of RAM this is, but pretty nice computer. I really like these cables. We can probably make them go all the way through, because it makes sense for the cables to have continuation. But it's 2 a.m. in the morning. I need to go to bed because if not, I will wake up very late tomorrow. And I need to wake up early on Saturday, so it's gonna be a little tough. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I would like to have like a better GPU, like a 5000 or something like that, but I'm definitely not gonna buy any computer parts until like this one burns, or I mean, I'm just really trying to push it as far as I can. And it's also nice not to have like the latest and strongest computer, because you wanna. Oh, okay, that's not connected. Because you want to optimize as much as possible. So having like a not the strongest computer is good. Okay, here we have some post-process thing. We go from very cold to warm. Maybe also the yellow light helps with that, but I think I need to adjust my... Come on, dude, you're supposed to attack. What's wrong with you? It's super funny how adding static meshes to the environment just changes the behavior of the AI. Like, dude, like you have enough space to just walk around. Like, what's wrong? That's super strange. It really changes how AI like works. Yeah, I don't understand why they behave differently. Oh, I just saw something. That's good when like you're fighting your AI in a dark room. Ah, I can see. There's a VFX like a Niagara. Okay, this is a bug, big bug. I'm respawning like a little bit higher than I need to. So I actually spawn on the roof of this kind of like corridor, which is a big problem. I have like a list of things, which is interesting. Like those are things that you wouldn't be thinking about until you actually have your level and you test it out. So maybe starting with the level is not that bad. The idea is to have all the primary detail, like all the props that the character is going to collide with, and then we can add the little cables, the little things that are just visual detail. But all these main props, I want to have them so I can actually test properly, and then I will give it a second layer of detail and just focus on little sparks and VFX and stuff like that. Wow, this looks super nice. This monitor, it feels, it looks a little darker. Here it looks a little brighter. But I'm gonna have the gamma kind of like thing. So where you choose like between 3 images until you see the middle one. So you adjust the gamma to your own monitor. That's the smartest thing. Like most games have that at the beginning, and it's like it's mandatory. You need to adjust that before starting the game. Because I'm what the hell happened there? It's so funny. Because if you're gonna have like dark environments, I mean you need to adjust the gamma. If not, it's gonna it's gonna be very bad. Hey, this guy is not supposed to cover himself. What? I changed that. Okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's a sub skill tree. Maybe it's not on the main one. Oh, what's that in the distance? Oh, it's the distance of the local fog. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm gonna set it to 20 anyways. The performance is the same. so we don't get that pop at in the distance. Yeah, right there. Oop. These walls, I kind of want to change them. That's scary. This guy just popped up and left. There you go. Okay, I got stunned. I think this skill tree was designed to be a melee combat, so the enemies have like tokens, so they receive damage, and it's like, it's kind of funny because like you will think that it's just like a real time action combat where there's no turns, but they actually take in turns. The skill tree actually takes turns. It's like, okay, I'm attacking, I'm defending, I'm attacking, I'm defending. I want to kind of like get rid of that and be like, just go frenzy and just attack continuously. Okay. All right, let's continue with this tomorrow. Oh. That fog coming out. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna have the first level of the research facility, all of this, into one data layer, and the bottom floor into another data layer. Because this bottom floor, I'm going to go like, this is gonna have so much detail here. Oh wow. Oof. Yeah, we need to use the local fog to 20. So this doesn't happen. And the post-process volume. Here it's warm, but here it's cold. Is this the post-process volume? Oh yeah, that's why. You see, this is the line. If from one side it changes. We need to adjust that. I see where it is. That post-process. I think post-process volumes cannot be placed into data layers. So, in that case, we need to make another one that covers only this room. I guess that's probably the best solution. I'm going to get this location, paste that location, copy all properties, paste all. Doesn't let me. Okay, just location, paste location. Okay, here we're gonna try to match this room. Because I want to make it feel cold, not warm. There you go. This line needs to reach somewhere around. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to detect. Okay, now this fog stuff, I think that we can change it here. Okay, maybe 25. Huh. Maybe this is not the thing. Doesn't change. Huh. Okay. I guess we will need to move that local fog volume. Yeah, that doesn't look very nice. Data layer unlock. Okay, research facility hide. Can we add this here? Awesome. And let's just clean this up a little bit. Oh, I thought, okay, yeah, we are missing a couple of props. This goes into the research facility. Maybe we can go top wire, no, lit mode. I don't know why the camera clipping is so intense in top view. I really like top views. It looks so nice. Okay, I think we got enough space to make a selection. Then we don't want this, this and that. Or this, oops. Tuk, tuk. Okay, well, we selected something we don't need. I see. Is that the landscape? That's huge, like that's almost 1/3 of this huge building. Oh, it's not grouped. Oh, damn it. Oh, it's kind of grouped. Okay. Oh, this is this one. Okay, cool. I think now there's nothing else selected. Oh, there is. What is this thing? Oh, Jesus, okay. What the hell is this? I don't know what I have selected there, and it's outside my field of view. Most likely the ultra dynamic, yeah, sky, absolutely getting in the way. Okay, doesn't want to be deselected, so I'm just gonna add it here. Boop. And then this sky is gonna get out of the data layer, and that's it. Yeah, that's why I usually use the actor locker, so you don't select this stuff. This is gets in the way. Okay, nice. So Control H, and now unload. Okay, nice. Now I'm just gonna give it a quick test to see if just gonna load everything. I'm gonna what's the word? I'm gonna check all of that, but it's not actually loaded or activated. No, I think it's loaded, but it's not visible yet. Okay, this is just for editor purposes, and all of this needs to be unloaded here. Okay, now I just want to give it a test and see if it works. Oops, this is not the player start I need. Player start is here. I'm just gonna give it a quick material so it blends in a little bit. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to work on the outside of this, which I already have this made in another level. I want to get my super crazy gun with 2,500 bullets and my crazy sniper rifle, just so we can go quicker. Now, while this opens, first data layer loads. That's not a door, it's a loading screen. It's funny because all my enemies have like green blood, and I want to do it per AI. Not sure how to set that up yet. Nice. Getting 55, almost 60. Feels so nice. I was getting like 15, 14 frames per second. It really, yeah, we need 60 at least. If not, it just doesn't feel right. Oh, what the hell is that thing? Oh, the dome. Actually, it kind of looks nice, but huh. Yeah, these guys are not supposed to have green blood. I kind of want to make them like androids, so they kind of like bleed oil. That will be kind of cool. Make them bleed like black oil. That will be very cool. This thing is actually the end of the of the whole level, and it's like sticking right here. It looks kind of interesting, to be honest, but maybe we can cut it with a boolean here. The scope material got messed up. It's too bright, so I need to adjust that. For some reason it's just too bright. Okay, here we're gonna load data layer number 2. Can definitely make those doors more interesting. Here when it closes, after it closes, it should be unloading area number 1. I need to sit down and make this logic work. So when I'm facing this direction, it loads area number 1 and unloads number 2. But I don't want to do that until the character actually touches a trigger box on the other area. Because what happens if I open this door and I don't go into the room? I cannot unload this room. I need to keep it loaded. So I'm gonna have a trigger box that reacts to the player orientation. Oh, damn it! Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that properly yet, but that will be amazing because now we have 2 data layers, and I'm still getting like pretty good frame rate. And I'm not getting those drops, those frame drops that I was getting before. I'm not really sure what that was. Maybe something with the enemies. So here we're gonna load area number 3 and unload area number 1. We keep area number 2 loaded. This door does nothing. Just slows down the player. Okay, this is area number 3. I need to set the collisions so bullets cannot fly through these props. We have a little box in there. Okay, yeah, that's kind of buggy. Sometimes it detects it, sometimes not. These catwalks are very small. That's kind of funny. Which is okay, because I mean, like, if you want to aim down and stuff, you don't want this to get in the way. Yeah, it's okay. I need to add those fans in the wall. That'll be very good. So here we unload area number 2 and load area number 4. Yeah, we need a lot of decals, rusty decals like that, and small cables and little things. I need to chip off the edges of the concrete. There's this Houdini plugin for Unreal that chips off the edges super nicely. I'm not sure if that's good for performance, but if not, I will need to do it with booleans. Because it will be very nice to chip off the edges a little bit. This is just too straight. At least a bevel or something. I'm gonna leave this guy just bugging out here. Yeah, when I build the game, um, it, the enemies don't want to move. Like something happens to the nav mesh, it just disappears. That's a big problem. I need to figure that one out. I like this enemy. Like he shows up and goes down and hides away. Okay, that was not happening before. It's crazy. Like every time I test this AI, it does something different. Like what the hell is going on? Every time it does something different. He's supposed to be able to climb up. Hmm. Okay, this guy is shooting through the wall. So I guess it's not line of sight. I think it's just a volume that that reacts through walls. That's another thing. The AI detection is too heavy. I wanna like make it so they don't start attacking you so easily. Okay, here we're gonna load the next area. We got a couple frame drops, and we unloaded area 3 and loaded area 5. Yeah, this guy is just bugging out. That was such a quick kill that he couldn't even like ragdoll. I want the bodies to actually stay more time in the ground. They disappeared too fast. Okay, this catwalk we need to make it a little bit wider because the capsule of this character is a little bit thicker. These rooms are very empty. Oh, he's moving Wildstone. That's another problem. I kind of like this area not having like handrails. Maybe we can have some cables or stuff in here. Something that makes some kind of logic of why we have this catwalk here. I mean, we have these things here. So I only have guards. I kind of want to add like workers in here and scientists in the other area, because having only guards, it just doesn't make sense. Like, who's operating the machines? I mean, I can have like little drones flying and welding stuff. That's kind of cool. It causes a couple of frame drops when loading the data layer, but it's just a couple of seconds. That's very nice. This room is the yellow light room. It's just a room for resources. So here we're gonna find like water, food, ammunition. and everything that is red is the main path. Yeah, the collisions, we got bullets flying through these props. But the performance is amazing, and like I'm super happy. Like I know I will be able to really add detail to this. That was kind of nice. He didn't detected me. That's not okay. Like he shoots immediately. We need to like give him a couple of seconds like for him to aim, because it doesn't feel natural for him to just shoot automatically like some kind of like a drone or something. Okay, and here we are going to unload the area number 6 and load the research facility. So, oh, that's a bug. Yeah, this door. This door is freaking out. Oh, yeah. I need to check that blueprint. Definitely got something wrong in there. Okay, so we are back in the research facility, still getting 70. Now I would like to unload that last area, probably with this door, but it cannot be a trigger box door. It needs to be a interaction door. So I press open and it unloads what's behind that door right there. Oof, okay. Getting 24. We need to unload that stuff. We don't wanna have that stuff loaded. It just doesn't make sense. Now we're back into 60. Almost 70. Ooh. Oh, nice. He was hiding behind this thing. Wow, that's super dark. We also have a flashlight. So yeah, I think tomorrow I'm gonna adjust the scopes and the flashlight and add one of those light functions, so it looks kind of cool and the light has some kind of like texture. It's just not a straight. What's the word? Cone. Damn, yeah, I forgot the name of that light. Yeah, it's so nice to test the enemies in a dark room. You can really tell the VFX. You can really see the VFX. And there's one that I don't really like. Oh, everything's unloaded. Okay. So, research facility loaded. I think my monitor it's a little bit brighter than the actual. I have. It's funny because I have a LG monitor here, which is for color grading, um, and it looks darker in here. And this is a Samsung, like very cheap monitor, and it does look a little bit too dark. Um, Thankfully, I'm going to add a gamma kind of like configuration. You seen like those games where it makes you choose the middle image, like Warhammer, so you kind of like need to match it up because it does look a little bit too dark. Let's see. Yeah, it does look too dark. For example, here I'm able to see all the middle tones, but in the stream it looks this looks totally dark, pitch black, and here I can actually tell the middle tones. I think I need to match these two images, so I'm gonna make this a little bit darker. Make the monitor a little bit darker and bump up the light a little so it looks better on stream. Yeah, I appreciate the comment. It's funny because I bought this monitor like a couple of weeks ago, and before that I had an Acer monitor, like a super old monitor, and that's like washed out. Like that one, it's terrible. This one is a little better, but I need to match it up. The thing is that I'm not using the LG because it's 4K and it's easier to develop in one in 2K, just because the viewport is smaller. But the colors are way better, so I should be using it, or just have my OBS a little bit bigger so I can actually tell. But yeah, I think we're gonna continue tomorrow. It's pretty. Oof! It's almost 3 a.m. Damn it! Time to go to bed. Oof! It's too dark. Yeah, I can tell the color range in this monitor is way better. It feels washed out here. I mean, that's what you get. This is a $500 monitor, and this is a $200. Yeah, so it's more than twice the amount. And that's cheap for a color grading monitor, because like real color grading monitors, they're super expensive. But I will try to adjust it so I can match at least the gamma. Okay, I'm gonna take it easy for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.